Alright, so, as previously advertised, we have switched over to Tiberium Dawn, and we have another team matchup. Again, starting in the southwest is So Scared. He's going to be playing GDI for this one, and the main difference you're going to notice is that there's a few units starting out for this team right here. Tiberium Dawn rules, you are allowed some light support. Over in the southeast corner, you have Down playing Nod. Top right, you have, for team number 2, Microbit, also playing Nod. And for the northwest, order of elimination, it's Agent AAA, also playing Nod. So initially, you're going to check out, you're going to see a bunch of infantry rushes all over the place right here. The map here is Lessons from Kosovo. Bit of an interesting symmetrical map. We're going to see a little bit of recon out of both sides right here. This buggy right here is going to check this out. Sees the Humvee, sees all sorts of stuff, and he's just going to go kaboom. Tech Hospital right here on the west side, and I presume there's another one on the east side as well. Small difference here is engineers have to go into the buildings in order to cap. So you do lose an Engie anytime you want to capture a tech structure. Also see a couple of Visceroids on the sides hanging out in these middle ore fields. Those are rather dangerous sometimes. A couple of blue blossom trees. Blue Tiberium. Very expensive, but quite enjoyable. A fairly standard economy-based rollout for So Scared. Over here we have Downs just gone for ore refinery first, or in this case Tiberium refinery I should say. Tiberium becoming the predominant mineral of choice in this part of the universe. It's going to go straight for the airfield, which is an interesting choice right here. See this Microbit's buggy. He's going to come in and say hi to this recon. He's going to just basically sacrifice this one against this recon bike. Didn't get a very good look right there at the main base. He only knows sort of where a power plant is. And in the meantime, a couple of infantry for Agent AAA gets taken down right there. Agent AAA has gone for a hand and nod and 2 refineries, so he's going to build up his economy early on right here. And is probably going to get ready to go for an infantry rush. And we see a recon bike from Down has come up and poked at a second power plant for Microbit here. Also going for the straight-to-airfield approach. And I don't know why he's not doing anything about this, because if this power plant goes down, he's going to be in a bit of a bind right here. Finally notices it happening, and this recon bike's going to go down right here. But not before doing significant damage to the power plant. That's going to be wasted economy early on. And you see a bunch of civilians just sort of standing around the map. They don't really do anything. They just sort of stand there looking pretty. They're like extras in a movie. They're just there because they can be. War Factory finally comes up for So Scared, or in this case a weapons factory. It's very difficult going back and forth so quickly. I think I hear a bird outside my window. Oh well. He's just going to try to photobomb anyway. So a very balanced economy out of the 2 western teams out here. Meanwhile, in the east, more production-oriented, and a second, well, actually 3 ore harvesters right here. Now, this is actually going to cause a bit of a problem for Down later on, having this many ore harvesters trying to supply his base. It takes quite a bit longer for the harvesters to deposit their goods, and I don't think he's quite aware of this. So he's actually going to get a bit of a jam up in the harvesters, just coming in and out. In the long run, this might actually hurt him. Meanwhile, just a lot of reconned force for So Scared right here. He's going to have an ABC coming out saying hello. At least I think that's an ABC. Yes, it is an ABC. But he doesn't see... He did not catch Agent's force massing right here. He's just opting to send them in for a deep recon. And he's going to get a first look at some of Agent's base. Says hello to the power plant. Doesn't do anything with it. And Agent's force, he's actually gone pretty forward and has actually sent a Tiberium refinery down here to maybe harvest a little bit of this blue Tiberium. So far, just 5 minutes into this match, and not a whole lot of combat going on right here. You sort of see where I've highlighted the... and actually, here we go. Here's the main push right here. Flame Troopers cleaning up some of So Scared's forces right here. Just absolutely losing control of mid right here. So now you see the infantry moving pretty quickly around here. So Scared's going to bring his APCs back. He knows something big is coming, so he's just going to get a look right here. See, this medium tank has managed to get a hold of... Let's get a look at Agent's forces. This tank is going to go down for sure right here. As soon as all these flame troopers start piling in on top of it, actually he's going to be able to go away. And here comes the flank maneuver. Conversely, over here on this side, there's some sort of action going on right here. A couple of light tanks, a couple of units for down. Major conflict is happening here, though, at So Scared's base. It's an all-out infantry rush. Flame troopers, riflemen, and a couple of rocket soldiers to boot. Just trying to take out as many of these vehicles as possible. You may need to throw some defenses up right here. And right now, just sacrificing these medium tanks to try to thin out the herd right here. Able to get a couple of chain reactions right there. So Scared's going to be able to completely obliterate this force. Sending Agent AAA's force back to square one. And you see Down finally sends a couple of flame tanks to reinforce, but the party's over. We already got this. We got this covered. And Down's going to just do a little bit of house cleaning, do some vermin patrol, visceroids. You see the artillery's a little bit inaccurate. So Scared said, hello, wrong building. And looks like there was an airstrike out of Agent AAA, took out something over there. And here comes an MLRS out for So Scared. Nothing a whole lot of interesting things going on at this particular moment. Here comes an Apache longbow. It's going to try to sneak its way through. It's going to get a full scout in. He actually was able to get out of range of a couple of rocket launchers. Very, very handy speed right there. So he's just going to poke around the base, see what's developing. He's going to take a few pot shots at this MLRS. If this goes down, that's a bit of a waste of money. Meanwhile, So Scared loses a bunch of... Actually takes out a bunch of units right there for Agent AAA.
Enemy
forcing him...
approaching.
As we get an enemy planes approaching... This might be another airstrike by So Scared. I'm looking for him. Actually, there was a north-south approach on Down, trying to take some structures out of the base. Action sort of happening all over the place. Multiple flashpoints currently en route, and see these Visceroids sort of act like portable flame tanks, except they spit chemicals. Down electing to use his flame tanks as recon units. Doesn't have very good vision. He's able to see, he finally spots this Tiberium refinery out. Here comes an Obelisk light. Oh boy, that's gonna make a nice little zap. But I think the lights are out. Yeah, lights are out currently at Microbit's base. Communication center is down. So this Obelisk light does nothing for him at this particular point. These two flame tanks are just basically going to be able to come in unopposed, forcing Microbit to come in here, try to save this construction yard. It goes down, and he doesn't have a service depot, so he can't bring in another MCV. In the meantime, down goes this Apache for Agent. So Scared's going to realize this opportunity is approaching and is going to bring his forces in, try to rotate over. And in this case, depending on what kind of structures, what kind of units are given for Microbit here, depending on what kind of tech is given by the communication center, you might as well just go ahead and sell it and just do what you can. Oh, and there's a stealth tank coming in for Down. It's going to start poking at the airstrip. Now Microbit's just caught in between a rock and a hard place. He's basically going to lose all of his production right here. He has a Temple of Nod, but that's a little bit That's not going to do him much any good without any power. As Age of AAA sends a couple of flamethrowers. That's a very nasty little battle in the middle, but So Scared's going to come out in this in the long run. Meanwhile, Down's just sort of dancing around with his 3 units. Make that 4. Another stealth tank has arrived. It's going to take out the power plant. Now the lights are going to be off permanently for Microbit. Down goes his communication center. The way that goes. Here comes an airstrike from Age AAA, and it's going to take out a stealth tank, but that's about it. Down says he has no idea what he's doing. Well, what you're doing is you're microwing like a boss. Takes out the refinery. That spits the harvester out. Go for the hand and nod. Take it out. Now you just need to take out this one structure left. Just take out this temple and nod. You're good to go. And you see it was halfway done producing a nuclear device. Down goes the stealth tank right here, so Scared's going to come in and help clean this mess up. Once this temple and nod goes down, that should be it for Microbit. Or actually, did he manage to get another structure up somewhere? Looks like he's just going to have... These units are just going to have to be cleaned up. Normally in RA, if you lose all of your structures, that's it. Or you might have a structure somewhere, we just don't see it yet. But effectively, Microbit is out, and that is just going to leave Age of AAA for team number 1. And this ABC is just going to finish up these Tiberium harvesters. Meanwhile, there's death happening all over the place. I just hear units dying everywhere. Where is this happening? Do I even want to know? Or is this just a case of Tiberium fields getting victims? Potentially. So at the moment, it's just Age of AAA against the world, pretty much. He's got units coming in all over the place. Here comes an airstrike. It's going to do some significant damage to this hand and nod. That's going to waste about 300 credits or so. Right here. And meanwhile, this last harvester for Microbit is going to be... Oh! Here's your missing structure. This obelisk light that has no power. Somebody forgot to pay the light bill. Surprisingly, it blends in really well in the battlefield scars of what was left of Microbit's base. So in the meantime, we got a recon bike rushed by Agent AAA. He's just going to run right through this field. And in and amongst all of the minigunners, he's going to try... Where is he going to go with this? He's going to go straight after a couple of harvesters. He's going to try to do a hit-and-run tactic. He's just going to keep microwing these units right here, try to get something to happen here. Ripley, our tournament admin, is asking, did I win? Well, I don't know. You're the spectator. Spectators are not supposed to win. All of these harvesters are just going to get pounded right here, but then these recon bikes are going to get crushed. Here's comes a couple of mammoths and some flame tanks just to reinforce the little party right here. But that's a good blow to So Scared's economy. That's going to slow him down a little bit, but not much. And most of the recon bikes are actually going to be able to get away successfully as an airstrike comes in to take out, well, damage this advanced power plant and a little bit of this advanced guard tower right here. Meanwhile, this Temple of Nod just launched a nuke, and it's going to land right in the middle of this base somewhere. We'll just wait for it to land. Agent AAA in between a rock and a hard place. You see in the minimap some forces here massing. That's a light strike force. There comes the nuke, lands right on the communication center, takes down most of the structures right there. Now we have a major battle right here. A bunch of minigunners right here getting taken out by artillery. A couple of flame tanks getting right up in the face of the arty. Down they go.
Civilian killed.
Up, and somebody killed a civvy.
Civilian killed.
Kind of unavoidable considering there's a lot of them running around in this particular section. See them running around. So that's 3 civvies down, and only 13 minutes into this match, which is actually kind of an impressive achievement considering this map. And it looks like Microbit's last harvester has finally wandered over here and decided, I haven't enough of that. So as long as this obelisk of lights over here stays up, Microbit is technically in the game still. Practically, though, he's out. Recon... Well, that's a stealth tank right there. Trying to dance away from the the recon bikes. Stealth tanks, recon bikes. That's what they are. Come on, Kench, get with the program. Meanwhile, this strike force from So Scared finally comes in from the north. It's going to take out this ore refinery as long as these recon tanks... Or these recon bikes. Good grief, Kench. You're doing wonderful today. Strike force gets taken down, but so does the refinery. Airstrike, meantime, takes down most of these units right here and does a significant bit of damage to this power plant. And we see AAA has actually gone for 2 airstrips. He can actually order multiple units at the same time here. But here comes 6 mammoths. It's going to be taking down this ore refinery. The beginning of the end is starting to sound for AAA, but he's able to take down the 7th mammoth over here. It's surprisingly
killed.
And that's our 4 civilian dead. Okay.
Civilian killed.
Where are people finding all these civilians to kill? Are they just getting squished over here? Down's finally sending a strike force over here. He's going to go straight to the north, flank around to the back end of the base. And it looks like we're just going to get a little bit of action around the hospital right here. Civilians running for cover amidst all of the artillery shells. These recon bikes are going to get taken down for sure. One's dead. The other one's about to die. There it goes. Takes an artillery shell to the face. Meanwhile, one Apache longbow trying to desperately take down all of these infantry right here. They're able to successfully do so. And here comes a few chem warriors for down. This is a very dangerous unit right here. It's immune to Tiberium and is going to basically just cause a lot of chaos momentarily. Very powerful, high DPS unit. Finally, Agent AAA notices this attack force right here, made up of flame tanks and chem warriors. Along with the minigunners in there. He's going to be able to wipe out all the flame tanks, but take a few casualties himself as these mammoths try to push in. This is going to be a never-ending battle, unfortunately, for Agent AAA. He's going to constantly face attack right here, but he's going to desperately try to hang on. And his units absolutely going to town. A couple of mammoths have gone down already. Better airstrike doesn't get a whole lot right there. But this is definitely the beginning of the end. Most of the base for Agent AAA is down. Just a handful of recon bikes left. And here you go. A couple of them get ordered at a time. And you can sort of, and with nods, since they order things remotely, you can sort of see exactly when a unit's going to arrive, because it has to come in from the east. So all you got to do is basically park a unit over here, where our obelisk of light is. Oh, and there goes an ion cannon strike right onto the construction yard. Doesn't do a whole lot of damage, though. A little bit underwhelming, actually. Down goes the construction yard. So that's pretty much game for Agent AAA. The rest of the units are going to run for the hills. Down goes one of the airstrips right here. Is this aircraft going to be able to land? Nope. It's going to have to keep on going. So it's just a matter of time before the end of this match approaches. 18 minutes or so in. And they still haven't killed this obelisk of light over here. Come on. One last unit coming out. It gets taken down right away. This airstrip is the last thing standing. Agent AAA is defeated. So Microbit sort of gets the last laugh on his team and is like, eh. So that's that.
Nuclear weapon launched.
So that's pretty much it. Pretty much they're exchanging chats in game, it's GG's effectively, even though there's this one tank, this one obelisk. And they clear it out with style there, with a nuclear strike at the very end. So that's pretty much game right there. So 2 points go to the southern team, Team Nukem. Take a look at the final kill-death ratio for both teams. Team number 2, A2AAA did a lot of work there late, but when you have a negative KD ratio, it's not going to be very pretty right there at the very end. Microbit wasn't able to get a whole lot of units out, so he got taken out really early, unfortunately for him. So that's that 2-game set for you right there.